Mark Webley here. I hope you're doing all right. So listen, if you wanted to make $100,000 in 2026, here's what I do. First of all, unless you're entrepreneurial already and you've got the skill set and you know what way you want to go, you need to use AI. 2026 is the year that AI is going to explode if it hasn't already. And I'm not talking about free ChatGPT subscriptions. If you've used that kind of AI and you think that AI is garbage, well, you're not using the right stuff. Trust me, it's come a long way since then. So what you're going to do is you are going to find a problem to solve, and you're going to create a software as a service using AI to solve it. Software as a service is an amazing business model because it's faceless, or it can be faceless. It's recurring revenue, so people sign up this month and then they pay next month and then they pay the month after, and they can stay for years. So it's recurring revenue is as close as you're going to get to passive income as you can ever imagine. It is remotely run, so you can run it from anywhere. My SaaS businesses are predominantly UK/US based customers. My team are around the world. I live here in Dubai. Try and do that with a local corner shop. Let's say you've got a shop or a MOT station, like a mechanics place, or you've got a delivery business in the UK or the US or wherever you live. Try and live in Dubai and have that business. You can't, so it's remotely run. If you've got access to the internet on a laptop or a desktop computer, or maybe even your phone, you can run this business. And prior to last year, maybe, building a software as a service business was prohibitively expensive, too technically difficult, and it just was not something you were going to be able to do. But as of 2026, the technology is so good. Claude Code, Opus 4.6, plugged into Replit, is such an amazing tech stack that literally anybody can now build a software as a service for less than $100 a month. It is absolutely nuts. So think about it. You telling AI what to do to build an app that you can then sell to 10,000 people as easy as you can sell it to 10 people. And then you've got an app you can sell that solves a problem really well for one specific type of person, so that it's an obvious no-brainer. And all you've got to do is find ways to give free trials away, right? That's it. That's essentially the business, right? So the idea is, we're in February now. We're in the middle of February. If you followed my 21-day challenge that walks you through this process, by the way, it's an app that I created to help you with an idea, the planning stage, the building with AI stage, and the sales letter. If you followed that, let's say you're watching this on the 15th of February 2026, 21 days later, when you follow the micro tasks in the 21-day challenge, you'll have a saleable app. It's gonna need a few little tweaks here and there, but the bulk of it, 99%, you'll have a saleable app. Now, there is certain circumstances whereby you're gonna wanna take longer. Let's say you're building a monstrous project. You're not gonna get it done in 21 days unless you can pour loads of time and effort during that 21 days in there. If you're just doing half an hour a day of telling the AI what to do and having it build it, it might take you more than 21 days. But let's say, for argument's sake, it takes you 45 days, okay? So you start February the 15th, 45-ish days later, you get to the end of March, let's say April the 1st, right? And you've got a saleable app at that point, right? So April, what you start doing is you go into launch phase. Now, launch phase is the difficult bit of the business. Building an app now in 2026 is super easy. Anybody can do it. Grandmas, kids, whatever. Anybody can build a software as a service app, which I never thought I would be saying. I never thought coders would be the first ones to essentially have their heads rolled by AI, but more so than customer service people, more so than writers, like coders are on the chopping block because the AI is so good. So you can build an app by April the 1st. The hard bit is finding customers for that app. Now, it's only hard because you don't have the skill set yet to find those customers. But essentially, all you've got to do is use active methods and passive methods to find pockets of people that would be a perfect person to try out your app, and you need to give them a free trial. So passive methods might be optimizing an automated AI blog. I went into this in a video 1 or 2 videos ago. Optimizing an AI blog, so it generates content every day, puts it out into Google, and then a few months later you're starting to get lots of little fishing rods that you had nothing to do with making. You just automated the process, and you've got little fishing rods in the ponds, right, in Google, and maybe even you're getting recommended in like ChatGPT, like when it talks about a product, maybe you've got something there that's got you into ChatGPT or whatever. But you've got these fishing rods out there that could all bring a trickle of traffic back to you. Most won't. Most of these blogs will give you 0 traffic. But let's say Pareto's principles in effect, 80% of results from 20% of actions. Well, let's say 3 months in, you've got 90 blog posts up. You'd have 90 potential fishing rods, and I don't know the maths on it, but is it 18? 18 of those 90 blog posts actually send you traffic. And now you've got long tail traffic, multiple keyword traffic from 18 blog posts that are either sending a little trickle, maybe some of them are sending a little bit of a stream of traffic to your website. And then you can do other things. I don't want to get this too technical, but you can put retargeting pixels on your website, right? So this is like meta ads, right? You can have a retargeting list. So you add this thing called a pixel to your website, and Replit or Claude Code will do it for you. You don't have to do anything. So you sign up for a meta ads account. That's Facebook and Instagram ads. You sign up for a meta ad account, and you add this pixel. That process is all free, what I've just talked about. You add this pixel into your AI-driven website, and the AI adds it in there for you. So it takes care of the technical side of it. Now your website is building an invisible list on Meta, right? So this is a semi-passive way of kind of generating sales. So your pixel is on your website. They don't see it, but when somebody comes to your website, maybe it's from a trickle of traffic, maybe it's from some other promotional method that we could talk about in later videos and in this one. But now they're on an invisible list on Meta that you have control over. Now you can create something called retargeting ads on Meta, so that people that have already landed on your website once and maybe clicked away because it wasn't, like, they'd never heard of it before, or it wasn't the right time, or whatever. Maybe it loosely was like, oh, this looks like interesting, but I don't have the time for it, or whatever. They're scrolling on the toilet at work, and they don't have time to look, whatever. Now they're pixeled. You can put a small $1 a day budget ads onto Meta, and for $1 a day, everybody that ever landed on your website during that period of time when you were building that pixel data up will now see the ads for your product. Now you might go, oh, ads are scary. Look, retargeting ads are such a no-brainer. They print money. There's almost no way you can lose with retargeting ads, right? I've never seen a retargeting ad campaign that didn't work, because it's super low ad spend, $1 a day, say. And let's say there's 100 people been on your website that have got some loose interest for some reason, or maybe a portion of them do. Now, as they go around the internet, because you've got that $1 a day ad spend on your retargeting list, they're going to start seeing your ads. So you're not having to go out there to cold audiences and dial it in perfectly and spend thousands of dollars to acquire enough data and dial in everything to get it right. You've got a retargeting list of just people that have already been to your website, and you can advertise to them. So the branding effect, they say something like someone has to see your brand or whatever 7 times, I think it is, before they'll make a purchasing decision. So imagine that, right? They land on your website once and click away, not right time, don't really communicate what they need at the right time or whatever. For some reason, they clicked on your website and they clicked away. That's the vast majority of people on the vast majority of websites. There's no websites that's going to get 100 clicks and 90 customers. It just doesn't happen. Like, if you get 100 clicks, maybe you get 3 free trials, or 10 free trials, or 15 free trials, or 25 free trials, whatever, but you're not getting 90%. So most of the people leave. But those people end up on a retargeting list, and now when they're scrolling Facebook or they're scrolling Instagram or whatever, they keep seeing your ads. And your ads aren't costing $1 a day per person. They're costing $1 a day for the whole of the retargeting list. So there could be 100 people on there, it could be 1,000 people on there. It's costing you $1 a day. And Facebook is optimizing it in real time to show your ads to the people that it thinks will sign up for a free trial on your software the most. So it's using its AI algorithms to essentially put you in front of the right people on that retargeting list. So what it has the effect of is those 7 touch points happen automatically because you've got a retargeting list with $1 a day ad spend on there that's just collected a bunch of people over time from your automated blog posts or whatever other methods you're using to promote your software. And now you've got that invisible list with $1 a day ad spend, very low effort from you. You set it up once and you just leave it. And typically speaking, you're going to get massive ROI from that. So that's just another relatively passive method of promotion. There's hundreds of methods that you can use to passively promote your business. One-time setup things, comparison pages. So my software versus other main software. Other software alternatives. Ranking in Google for these long tail search terms that will drive traffic directly into your onto your sales page. For you to then compare yourself to that software, go my software versus that software. They're at bottom of funnel searching for their software and they go, oh, what's this software? So that ranking for that search term brings them to you. Boom, you get the traffic, you get the sale or the free trial. They like it, they stick with you, they become a recurring customer. They could stay years, give you hundreds or thousands of dollars over time. You create these little passive kind of promotional methods. You don't know about them, you don't know the best ones. There's some active ones that are even more powerful that are just like hard hitting. But the key is you tick them off one by one. Most of these methods aren't going to drive significant revenue. Pareto's principle, 80-20. 80% of results come from 20% of actions. So you do 100% of everything. You only need 1 or 2 strategies to really work for you to create a 5, 10, 20k a month business. So, we're not going to do 1 or 2. We're going to do a ton of them. So Pareto's principle that says that let's say we do 10 things, 2 of them really work. Well, that's all you need. That's all you need. You do 100 things, 80 of them aren't going to work, 20 of them work, and that's the key. So if you wanted to build in 2026 a 100k a month business, a run rate so get to December, you're going to making say 10k a month ish, then starting now with an AI SaaS business, make the right decisions, follow my 21-day challenge, make the right decisions and go disrupt a dinosaur SaaS product and take some of their customers away from them. And by the end of 2026, you might have a recurring revenue of 10k. Some people, if they take action now, could be 100k plus, right? I've just laid out a handful of strategies to find the right people and create the product. So the question for you right now is, what is stopping you? 1, you don't know what you don't know. 2, you're scared to get started. You're scared of failure, scared of success. 3, you're a procrastinator. Everything's got to be perfect in your mind and you end up taking no action because there's too many questions, you don't know which way to go and all that stuff. Start simple. 1 step. My 21-day challenge, it's below. It will help you with the idea, the planning, the building and the sales page. And it will get you to a point whereby you've got a saleable app, right? Start there. And then you come back to me and we can talk more about all these little strategies that you can put in place to build a business. Building an app is easy. There's no reason not to do it, especially if you're looking for passive, faceless, remotely run income with very low risk. $50, $100 a month investment. That's it. Very easy. And then you just build on the marketing and sales stuff later. It all becomes very passive, very recurring, very sexy business, and you can absolutely disrupt them dinosaur SaaS companies using AI. Hopefully I gave you some inspiration. Look, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for 2027 when everything's changed and now it's not as easy? There's a golden window of time. You could potentially have life-changing income by the end of 2026. It's not going to be fast. It's not going to be easy. It's easier than it's ever been, which means you can do it now. You couldn't do it before, but Is it worthwhile? Could you get to the end of the year having built something amazing using AI to do all the stuff you couldn't do a year ago? Absolutely could, and you absolutely should, but only if you take action. The starting point is my 21-day challenge, or if you want to work with me one-to-one, if you like, if my videos inspire you or make you go, Matt really knows what he's talking about, and there's some value to working with me. I'm not cheap, but I'm not expensive for the value you get. Somebody that's got 25 years of experience in the game, 8+ years in SaaS, helping you step by step, weekly calls. You want my mentorship, then it's application only, but the link's down below also. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.